Vlogmas. Guys, I cannot even begin to explain to you the stress this video has caused me. I filmed it 2 days ago before Olympia, spent about 6-7 hours of my life editing it on the train, staying up really late last night editing it, got back, tried to do the old switcheroo, get it from my phone, put it on my laptop, gone. The thing is gone, it's gone. There's no getting it back, it's gone. I've spent money on software, trying to recover it, gone. Finito. So I thought, right, not to worry, Meg, film it again. Filmed it again, 40 minutes of me talking. My laptop's like, I don't know what to do with this information, I can't process it. No, I'm not dealing with it. So my laptop's just been like, not today, Meg, not today. You're gonna have to make that clip shorter. So here I am, talking 100 miles per hour, and we're gonna do take 3 of this vlog, and it's gonna be shorter, guys. It's gonna have to be shorter because I've currently got less than 4 hours to film, export, edit, all the horrible things to this video before it's out at 7 p.m. tonight. So welcome, take a breath, Meg, and let's jump straight in. Today's video is all about how I became a brand ambassador for Shires, which means, obviously, Shires are getting involved with the giveaway for today. So this is the Newbury short coat. They do have a long version, but I'm giving away the short version because it's the one that I have and I love it, and you guys love it because you've commented about it loads. So I thought, what a great gift to give away. You can do cool things like this. Done this 3 times now, so look. I mean, I'm essentially a pro at that, the old zipper up, but yeah, if you're not weird like me, you would probably just wear it like so. Really nice, really cozy, keeps you warm, cannot recommend enough. They use lightweight technical fabrics, so you've got movement. Oh, that was my elbow. I don't even mind. Really, really nice prize up for grabs. It's super, super cozy. I currently use it as like my fancy coat rather than using it as my everyday yard coat, just because it's so much nicer than anything else I have. Yeah, it's not quite made it to yard coat yet because they just get trashed and it's too pretty to trash it. So this is what's up for grabs. It's also available in black. I decided to go for the red one because you guys bully me about not wearing bright colours. So here I am. I thought, not today, Jen. She asked me if I want this coat. I said, yes, I do. Want it in red though, please, because otherwise I get bullied. But obviously, you guys can choose to either have it in red or black. This giveaway is UK only. Don't even start, I'm not in the mood. We're not gonna have all those comments. It's UK only. All I'm gonna say. Let's jump straight into the video. Like I said, this video is all about how I became a brand ambassador for Shires Equestrian. I've been a BA for almost a year now, so it seemed like a good time to do it. So many of you might already know, but some of you won't. I actually approached Shires myself. I'd been that person that had entered like so many of those competitions and never really got anywhere with it. So I thought, after I qualified for badminton with Bear, like enough's enough. I really want some support from a brand now. So I decided to sort of write a list of all the brands that I love to use, that I trust and that I've used for many, many years. And just email them with like an application and why I want some support and how I think I could sort of represent their brand. So obviously Shires was very close to the top of my list because half of my yard was Shires before I even became a brand ambassador. Now it's about 90% of my yard. It's just a Shires tack shop over there. But what are you gonna do about it? They were a very obvious choice for me. I also knew that they were based in Leominster, which was very close to where I'd just moved house. So like geographically, it made sense as well. Before I get into what I actually did, I've got to say that unfortunately Shires aren't looking for any more brand ambassadors or riders to sponsor at this point in time. So please, please, please don't bombard them with emails and DMs after this video because they won't be successful at this point in time, sadly, because they're just not looking. Like, they like working very closely with their riders. They don't actually have that many supported riders or brand ambassadors. So yeah, unfortunately at this point in time, it's not open, but if it ever is, definitely keep an eye out on my Instagram because I'll be the first to share it, knowing me. So yeah, just had to slip that in before we get started. Bear with 2 seconds. I was just trying to get my cat. He's not playing ball. Okay, so let's step right in like we're gonna step into Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, I approached them, I decided sort of which brands I was going to approach, and I started writing up kind of a general application, a bit of information about me and my horses just to get me started. And then I began to sort of tailor it to different brands, and that was when I sort of started sending out kind of tester emails. I've got my emails here. I sent Shires an email on the 1st of December 2018, basically just saying that I was really interested in having their support. I'd recently qualified for Badminton, and that I was looking for a bit of extra support from a brand, and was wondering if they could point me in the right direction of who I should speak to. So obviously I wanted like a marketing email or something. So I wasn't actually expecting much back because they're such a big brand, but by the 4th of December, I'd had a response, just saying that they weren't actually looking for any more sponsored riders, but they're thinking about doing a brand ambassador scheme. So if that would be of interest to me, could I just send a bit of info about me, my horses, my 2018 achievements and what I aimed for in 2019, as well as my social media channels. So I was like ecstatic to get that, and obviously straight away was like, this was about the time I should have been doing my dissertation, but instead I was emailing Shires back and forth, but you know, got me here in the end, so it was time well spent. So I sent a really, really long email back. It was sort of longer than my dissertation. No, it wasn't, that's a joke. Basically saying like, of course, I'd be absolutely thrilled to apply to become a brand ambassador, like really excited that you've got the scheme going on. Gave them a little bit of information about me, so just that I was like how old I was, what I was doing, saying that I was currently studying at university, that I had 8 horses, and that I was captaining, you know what I mean, is that captaining? And I was the captain of the riding team. So a little bit of information about me. So then I got straight into the 2018 highlights because I thought that's like the most relevant. It was literally like just coming to a close. So yeah, it kind of made sense to go straight into that, like give them some fresh info about me, told them about qualifying for Badminton, gave them a bit of a backstory about Bear, like why it was so special to me to actually qualify, because she'd obviously had this horrible past before we got her and, you know, didn't really have any kind of future ahead of her. So it was a really big deal for her to actually qualify for Badminton, especially in her first season doing BE. So went on to talk about that, and then just give a little bit more info about sort of me and my core values with my horses. So I wanted to make sure that I sort of matched Shires as a brand. They're obviously like a family-based brand, like they want to appeal to absolutely everyone. They're not these sort of overpriced products that only professionals can have and like certain people can't afford and that kind of thing. They're this very sort of hard-working brand with sort of key values, very good ethics, and I wanted to make sure that I kind of came across in that way, which I felt like I did. I felt like I kind of matched their brand and their ethos very well. So I went on to say that all my horses are home produced. This is something I really enjoy doing, and it stems from the fact that when I was younger, I was always bought young ponies because my mum wanted me to, quote, learn to ride properly. And then went on to say sort of how I feel a huge sense of satisfaction producing these horses. The cat's just knocked a bauble off the tree. They've sort of become a part of the family because they spend, and another one, so much time with us. So then I went on to do a little bit about each of the ponies, tried to keep this quite short. You don't want to have like reels and reels and reels of information because the key points are going to get completely lost. Learn that at university. 4-5 lines max is more than enough. Just want their sort of key points, their age, their height, their background, and then what you've done with them and what you aim to do with them. Frodo, you are so naughty. Come here. This is the culprit of all the noise, my cat, Mr. Frodo. Everyone meet Mr. Frodo. Naughty boy. Yeah, you don't want to like absolutely bore them with information here. Just make sure you get the key points across about your horses. So then I went on to say that I compete regularly. Brands like to know that you're going to be out promoting them and using their products in public. So that was like a real key point I wanted to let them know. that I was going to be out pretty much every weekend competing with one horse or another. And then I went on to say that I had the youngsters to bring on. It was just kind of another string to add to my bow, I guess, that like I wanted to make sure they knew that I had long-term plans for my horses. Like, this wasn't just something I was going to be doing for a year or two. Like, I obviously have these young horses that I want to bring on and compete. I mentioned about trying to qualify for the Burley 80 Championships, which I thought was good to get in there because it just shows that I've got other ambitions with my younger horses, and also like looking for other big competitions to aim for. Brands obviously like it when you can sort of aim for big things and they can follow your journey with you. So yeah, it's nice to let them know what your big aims are, even if it's for the year after. Yeah, just sort of let them know a plan. And then I sort of summarised with this point again to try and drum home that I thought I was a really good match for Shires, sort of saying that I don't have like really expensive flashy horses. I tend to have a lot of natives that I produce myself or buy at a very young age, and I think that gives me like a unique selling point in the fact that people can relate to it quite easily, because so many people have like a Connemara pony or a Welsh pony, and it can get quite daunting when you're going BE and you can see all these incredibly flashy horses warming up around you. And I thought it's quite nice to actually have a brand ambassador who's on the same horse that you are, kind of thing. It's not like, it's someone that you can look up to, but at the same time a very achievable person, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I sort of finished with that and then went on to tell them about my social media channels. At that point in time, my Instagram only had 5,500 followers. It was actually called Megan Elphick.Event.Ponies back then, fun fact. And then obviously I had my Facebook, which was Elphick.Event.Ponies. I literally started that to be able to sort of start applying. I didn't have a Facebook, but I thought I better make one pronto. And then briefly mentioned that I'd like to get into YouTube, but at that point in time I didn't have an account. So that was kind of everything from there. One thing to say is that I did also put pictures in that email. They didn't ask for them, but I just think visuals are so important when you're applying for a brand. Like, I like to think that my ponies are very aesthetically pleasing. I guess I could be biased. But yeah, I thought it was really nice for them to be able to put a picture, like a face and a horse's face, to the email they were getting. So it's not just this kind of person behind a screen, like they can actually see who I am and potentially recognise me. So I put like pictures that were doing well on my Instagram. I put the picture of Bear that made it onto Horse and Hound, ones that they might have seen, so they could sort of, you know, link me. I sent that on the day that they replied, and I got a reply 3 days later from them sort of saying, thank you very much for your email. We're definitely interested, but like I said, it's early in progress this, so if you could just, you know, give us some time and we'll get back to you, kind of thing. So I kind of wasn't sure where it was going to go from there. But literally by the 19th, so bearing in mind I sent my email on the 1st, I got an email to say we're delighted to say that we'd love to have you on board as a brand ambassador for Shires Equestrian. They were so supportive literally from the day dot. Like, they were hugely supportive of my achievement with Bear and qualifying for badminton. So they said that in the email now, like, we really want to follow your journey to badminton with Bear. And they basically just outlined what I would be expected to do for them and what they'd expect me to do in return. But this wasn't like my contract at this point. This was just very sort of brief, kind of some bullet points of what I would have to do for them. Obviously they mentioned like the products I'd be getting, which was amazing, and like the other sort of perks of being part of their team, which obviously there are just millions. And they also said that one of the things in the contract would be that I had to start vlogging. Here I am. So that was amazing. I was super excited to get that. I actually cried when I received that email. I was on my way to work. I remember just being like, oh my God. So yeah, it kind of went back and forth from there. And then from that point, we actually arranged to meet each other. So they wanted to meet me, meet my horses, and like come and see the yard before they actually formally offered me the position. So we did that in early January. They came down to meet me, sort of have a look around the yard. They watched me ride, they saw the horses, and then we had a chat around the kitchen table, like what this role would entail. Obviously they'd never had a brand ambassador and I'd never been a brand ambassador before, so it was very kind of open conversation about what we'd want from each other, which was nice. I felt so at ease from the word go with Shires. Like, they're just so easy to talk to and so easy to approach. So that was really, really lovely. And then luckily they let me know before they left that they were actually going to give me the role properly. And then I got the email through like a couple of days after that meeting with my like actual contract that I had to read through and sign. So I literally read that cover to cover. I was obsessed with it. I read it about 4 times. What a loser. I got that through, and then they wanted to arrange a photo shoot day so to be able to announce me. So that was really exciting. They got all of this stuff rebranded for me. Like, I got all of my rugs with my name on it and like Shires Ambassador written all over it. I think there's a vlog of that, so go and check that out. It's like early in my YouTube career where I'm really nervous and like weird. I'm still nervous and weird. That was a super fun day. They sent their marketing team, sent a photographer, and we literally spent the whole day taking pictures of ponies, so everyone's favourite day. Then we announced it on social media, and it kind of just snowballed from there. They've been absolutely amazing ever since. They obviously came to Badminton with me. They sent a photographer to Badminton, so I got really, really nice pictures from that. And just having them there to support me was fantastic. Didn't actually get any cross-country pictures because I fell off before I made it to the Shires photographer. Sorry, guys. Sorry for making you walk all that way. But honestly, like, I remember falling off. One of the first things I thought was like, oh my God, I've completely let Shires down, and they've come to visit me. They've given me this whole new wardrobe of stuff to wear here. And I couldn't have had nicer people to come back to that stable block to. They were just so sweet, so supportive. They completely understood, and they were just really lovely about it. And it just made me sort of realise that like this is completely the brand for me. I think we just meshed so well. That was like a really lovely moment, and that was obviously quite early in the stages of working with them. So then from there, I've done loads of exciting stuff with them. I've done photo shoots with them for their 2020 products, so that was really fun. I did some photo shoots with some other horses for them. Yeah, I've seen a few of the pictures on the day, and they're really cool, and obviously the products are amazing, so I'm excited for you guys to see those. So look out for me in the 2020 catalogue. They've come to other events with me. I just love having them at events. It's so fun. They came to Hom House with me in the summer, and we literally just had the best day ever in the sunshine, and Bear actually won, and they were sponsoring Bear's class, so it was just like the perfect day, really. They are honestly a fantastic brand to work with. Actually, when I was filming take 2 of this video, which I'm not using, the postman interrupted midway through because Shires have just randomly sent me a really sweet Christmas present just to say like thank you for working with us. So this is the kind of thing they do. Like, they just send me new products all the time. Me and Jen are constantly emailing back and forth. She's always like, do you want to try this out? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Like, there's so many opportunities. Working for them is very much like the more you put in, the more you get out kind of thing. And they said that from the start, and it's been so true. So yeah, the more I want to do for them, they'll just support that the whole way. The boots that I had recently, I did a little video of like my first impressions and wearing those. And then for the BRC champs, I didn't know what to wear for the trot up, and I was emailing Jen in a panic a week before, like, what do I wear? I don't know what to do. And she was like, Meg, calm down, like, we're going to send you some boots, wear some white jeans with that, and like maybe match that with a shirt. Like, I'll look on Pinterest to see what you should wear. Just so lovely, that like absolute angels sent from heaven. They really are. I'm so lucky to work with them, and yeah, incredibly grateful to have them. And luckily, they've renewed my contract for 2020, so I've got another year of working with them. I hope this video has sort of given you some insight into what I did and what to do. I'd certainly recommend, if you're at that stage in your career where you feel like you could do a brand justice, perhaps you're getting really good engagement, definitely like go ahead and like approach people yourself, because you've really not got anything to lose by putting yourself out there. The worst that can happen is they can ignore you or they can say no. And don't panic, I got loads of that. Like, I did approach probably about 10 brands, if not more, probably more. And I got rejected by all of them, bar Shires and Pure. So honestly, don't panic about a bit of rejection. It's good for you, it really is, it's character building. When Jen and I were talking about doing this video, she said to me that my application really stood out because I'd emailed her, not DM'd her on Instagram. A lot of people DM them, but they just get so many of those messages that it just gets lost. Like, it's never going to be seen, and it's a lot more professional to send an email. And then she went on to say that even though my account didn't have that many followers at that time, she could see my engagement was really good, and like it was looking quite professional even for a small account. So that kind of attracted them to me. So hopefully that has been of some interest to you. If you want to win this lovely coat, you've got to have watched the video very carefully, because at one point I went to get my cat, and I'd like you to tell me what my darling little cat is called, okay? So that's what you've got to do. You've got to go and comment below on the Shires post where I'm wearing this coat, and comment my cat's name to be in with a chance of winning this lovely short Newbury Shires coat. Honestly, can't recommend it enough, but I literally don't have to tell you guys because I get so many messages about this coat, so I don't need to try and sell it to you. It sort of sells itself, doesn't it? Because it's so cozy and pretty. Hopefully that video's been alright. I can only apologise for all the issues I've had with this video, but yeah, it's one of those things, and I was gonna just give up and not bring the vlog out, but I get so many nice comments from you guys, so much support, and I just thought, actually no, Meg, come on. Get yourself together, stop whinging, and actually try and get this out. Like, I still have time. I've got 3 hours. My Wi-Fi won't work. But yeah, I was like, Meg, put your big girl lipstick on, get your butt into gear, and get filming the vlog again, and then again. So here I am, all filmed. I hope you've enjoyed this, guys, and hopefully I'll see you for day 10 of Vlogmas. We're nearly there, and then I'm going to sleep. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, go and follow me in Shires, and go and comment below to win this lovely, lovely coat, and I will see you tomorrow. Mwah!